welcome back. This is By the Book, and we are your married relationship coaches talking to you today about Married at First Sight, Season 15, Episode 7-ish, yes. 7.0, 7.1, the Afterparty.
Afterparty time.
So, we are talking about the show that Keisha Knight Pulliam hosts and talks to the guests, tries to get a little
Rudy
extra, right, that's what I always call it, extra insight from the guests. And I like to go over this before we see the next episode of Married at First Sight, because, it just kind of gives us a refresher and gives us those highlights and what to look forward to. Yeah. So thought we would break down a little bit of that with you guys and see what you think about what's to come. Mm-hmm. The guests on this show were Krysten, Nate, and Bihn.
I'm glad you remember that. Yeah, that's cool. I was about to be like, okay.
And so I think they started off talking to Krysten. So let's just try and go through all the issues that they discussed about her and her marriage.
Ooh, Mitch is nasty, y'all. That dude is nasty. Did y'all see that tub? That dude, yeah.
Yeah, and then he's like, I water my plants in here. And I'm like, why? Like, why can't they be watered wherever they are? Do they not have pots? Like, do you just have like dirt clumps with plants in it and you just bring them to the shower and give them a little shower? That's weird.
I know.
Weird.
The stove. Nasty.
The stove. And he knew he was having company. Like, I get it if he just cooked a big Italian meal and everything, and he's got grease on the stove, but this was like old, stuck-on grease. And all he had to do was take some kitchen cleaner and, scrub that off when you know you've got company. Come
with
on, you
cameras.
can
do better.
People with cameras. So we all can see. We're all company. Yeah. And we all see how nasty that thing is.
Yeah.
So that kind of leads me to believe that he's just going to live like that. Because if he didn't even have the anxiety to be like, oh, I better clean up for the show for my new wife, he ain't never going to clean up. No. She can forget about it. No. They talked a little bit about them visiting grocery stores. Yeah. I thought it was interesting that he demanded, I guess, that they go to his grocery store and not hers. I don't know what kind of grocery store it was. If it's like an all organic place, he seems like he might be that type of guy.
Yeah, all organic and no plastics, no, one use
right.
plastics.
So she said he carries around the fruits and veggies in a fanny pack. I suppose that's allowed. Yeah. Where I come from, they would think you were stealing it. So there's a different type of thing going on. But, that gives her anxiety. I see Krysten doing a lot of accepting. She seems like she's the one who's accepting of everything. Yes. And that he's a lot less tolerant of what she wants.
Gold star for Krysten.
Yeah.
And she said it herself. She's very adaptable, and you can see that coming into
play. I do, but I think she can over-adapt. I think at some point she's going to give in so much to what it is that because she's trying so hard to make the marriage work that she's going to lose sight of, wait a minute, I don't even like this stuff. Like, this guy is not an enjoyable person to live with. He's dirty. He's an overactive environmentalist. Yeah. He's kind of dictating the terms of stuff. He told me he wasn't attracted to me, and now he wants to do it. And then when he does do it, it's not even satisfactory. Like,
next thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that she alluded to the fact that it was really quick. Yeah. The sexual adventure that they had, so like, where are his redeeming qualities? Why does anybody want to be with Mitch?
Yeah, so I can't answer that. I know she's trying, and obviously he had some girlfriends in the past who couldn't take whatever Mitch is dishing out. So he's a bit much. Again, Married at First Sight, producers, Married at First Sight, whoever make that choice to put Mitch on the program. You did the person that you matched him up with a true disservice.
Yeah. I feel bad for Krysten at this point. I'm hoping that she says no. Preview wise, I don't know that I saw any previews about them. They were more so talking about what happened in the episode that we just saw. So can't really preview anything for them.
Yes.
But I think that's pretty much the summary of what happened in the after party for Krysten and Mitch. Yeah. I see her eventually running out of patience. You heard her say,
I hope so.
She's trying to stay, positive and adaptable, and she thinks she can deal with it. Yeah. But things just keep happening.
Yeah.
You know,
the bottom line is she can't be the only one that's adapting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that dude is off.
He's alive. He's alive.
And so he needs to be reeling back some of his, whatever you can call it, quirkiness, pet peeve, whatever you want to call it. It's too much. And he needs to come back into the normal side of things. And she just can't adapt all the way to ridiculous for him. I mean, who would? Especially for a long period of time.
I think he's kind of take it or leave it. And I think that's why he's in the driver's seat in terms of her doing all the adapting. Because he's like, we can and we can't. And she really wanted to be married. And so she's trying to stay married.
Yes.
But at some point, I'm telling you, that is going to run out. Her patience are going to run out. And he's not even like satisfactory sexually. I mean, you got to pick a struggle. You can't be filthy and bad in bed and this ridiculous environmentalist. I have nothing against environmentalists. It's just that he's over the top. They couldn't even have confetti on their honeymoon, or to celebrate where they were going for their honeymoon. Like, just
you can't put your vegetables in a plastic bag.
Too much. Too much. A paper bag? What about that? That's recyclable. Yes. Wait, so is plastic. Hello.
Yeah.
Like what? Anyway,
but it's one-use plastics. That was the problem. But anyway, enough of this. Next person.
All right. So I think they moved on to talk about Bihn and Morgan, or was Nate next? I guess it doesn't matter. We can talk about Bihn and Morgan.
Bihn and Morgan.
They kind of rehashed the issue that she had about trust. Went back over Bihn sharing with Justin that she didn't have her bachelor's degree, etc. And, Bihn overreacted, so Justin overreacted, and just a bunch of mess. I like that Bihn took so much accountability for it.
Co-star for Bihn.
I mean, and you could see like it in his face and hear it in his voice that it hurt him.
Yes.
That he hurt her. One big question that I have about them in this issue specifically.
What's that?
Is why was it top secret that she didn't have her bachelor's degree? This is something I don't understand, and I'm struggling with it. Because if it's common knowledge in the medical field. Yeah. It wasn't for me. It was enlightening for me.
And it wasn't for me either.
But if it's common knowledge in the medical field that you don't need a bachelor's degree to be a registered nurse, which she is, then why is it a secret that you're going to further your education? Her telling him that it was a secret made it seem like there was something hush-hush and wrong with it, So, of course, he's like, oh, wait a minute. She's telling me something. I don't know. It's just a little weird. Like, she made it into a bigger thing than it had to be by saying, hey, I don't want people to know about this. Yeah. That being said, I think, if you tell your husband, don't tell anybody, that should be where it ends. True. However, why was it a secret in the first place? If somebody could explain that to me, I would be eternally grateful, because I don't understand why that was hush-hush.
Yeah, I remember when we first sat down and I asked you, okay, what's this whole thing about the betrayal? I don't understand. And you said to me, you're on his side. And I'm just like, no, I'm not on his side. I'm just trying to understand the whole dynamic of the argument and how she felt betrayed, because I was struggling with it.
Well, I mean, I still understand why she felt betrayed, because if I tell you anything in confidence and you run out and tell a crybaby blabbermouth about it, then I'm going to be mad. Yeah, but I'm going to be mad if you tell anybody. But if you tell the crybaby blabbermouth, then I'm going to find out about it.
Yeah, but see, I got that part. Right. I didn't get the whole nature of the
secret in the first place. Yes, right. I mean, we're lost there too. Yeah. But that's why I would like for someone to enlighten me. Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know why she made it a secret. Yeah. I didn't want anything to know. The thing I wanted most private. Why is it private, Morgan? Yeah. Like it's there's plenty apparently of RNs who got it with an associate's degree. Yeah. So why is your associate's degree a secret? Yeah. Unless you lied to production about what level of degree you had. In which case, why would you do that? Because you're fine. Like, you're fully qualified to be an RN with what you've got. Yes. It's just weird.
Yeah, it was strange for me too. But on the flip side, I do love the way Bihn took accountability for the whole situation. He took accountability for talking to Justin. He said that it was all him. He overreacted. and he should have been that rock. He should have been that support system for his wife.
Yeah.
And that was awesome to hear.
And that makes me feel like he's going to put his best foot forward in that relationship. And I said again, and I said to one of our commenters, you know, and responding, talking about this couple, that I don't see what hurdles they're going to face going forward. Because with the mentality that he has, and if she's committed, you know, to being married, I know she's attracted to him. She said that many times. I see them going the distance. I see them being a yes on decision day.
Yeah, I mean, if they can turn this whole thing around and get on the same page with one another, I think that would be a huge feather in their cap. Still, we still got some weeks to go.
We got weeks to go, but that's my early prediction. That's what I foresee, because I think that they have the necessary tools, particularly in Bihn, you know, to move very far in a relationship.
I don't hope so. The only thing I would say, that just to slightly push back on that, is we have to see her be able to forgive and get past.
Yeah.
And if she can't do that, then it's all for naught.
Well, true. But I think she's moving in that direction. And I think the lighthearted nature of the conversation that they had about like how frugal he is and, you know, her agreeing to not do the laundry after 4 p.m. and, you know, things like that. Like, I see her lightening up. I see her opening up. I don't think she's going to hold like shut for the rest of the marriage. I just foresee good things. You know, if you guys see something different, let me know.
I sure hope so. Next couple.
Nate and Sasha. He talked about it. Well, he was asked what made him the most nervous or something about that, like about the marriage, his concerns.
He can't unwind.
Yeah, and I think that's very legitimate.
Yes.
I mean, these are two presumably hardworking people. They make, you know, decent incomes.
Really good money.
And I feel like they work hard for that money. And when they come home, they deserve to do what is enjoyable to them.
Yeah.
Now for Sasha, that might be obsessing over the cleanliness of the home. Yeah. That just may be her piece. You know, I like to clean, and things being spick and span when I get off of work just puts a smile on my face. You know, and leaves the joy in my heart.
Yes.
And God bless her for that. I love to see how she is when she has babies.
Because I was thinking about that. She wants to have kids really soon. Yeah. And that's going to shake up all of that cleanliness. Oh, my goodness. She's going to go nuts. Yes.
But that's not Nate. You know, and he's owning up to that. And I honestly don't think there's anything wrong with it. You know, he's like, I like to like kind of do nothing sometimes. Yeah. And I don't feel like I'll be able to turn off. And that's a very legitimate concern. I don't think it's one that's necessarily going to lead them to say no at decision day, but I think it could wear on him over the course of time. Like, you know, if she's on him once he walks in the door, like, hey, you got to help me clean this and do that. You know, he's going to be like, I want to sit down. I am tired. Enough is enough.
Yeah, again, we get into the pet peeve thing, and sometimes our pet peeves become our ideology and what we're known for, or whatever the case. And so I think with that, just in a relationship, in a marriage especially, you have to learn how to become each other's peace. Yeah. And if she's so about this whole cleanliness thing, and it's making him go, you know, then she needs to dial it back.
Look, can you do that noise again?
You know, just need to dial it back. Be each other's peace. You know, pet peeves are one thing, ideologies are another thing. But you know what? Two people are trying to become one. Two people are coming together. Give each other just a little bit of space to be peaceful. To have that whole side of each other where I can exhale. I'm good. You know, I'm around you, you're around me, and we're good. So what? You know, I took my drawers off and left them in the corridor.
Wait, don't do that. That's a bad example.
Let the man drawers be in the corner just for a moment.
Oh, okay. All right. So, the couples also, well, not the couples, but the people who are on the panel got a chance to weigh in on everybody's relationship that they kind of highlighted in the show.
Uh-huh.
And so one of them was the incident that happened between Justin
mm-hmm.
and Alexis.
Yes.
And actually they had 2 points. One was about how Justin responded to Bihn and Morgan's marriage. Mm-hmm. You know, so they kind of opined about whether that was something that they foresaw or they thought was normal. You know, what did they feel about it? And of course, Nate. Very blunt guy. Yeah. He's like, I think he's weird. He's like, I wouldn't take advice from Justin because he's too emotional. He's all over the place. That's legitimate, right? Like, do you think just in general you would take advice from an over emotional guy?
No, I wouldn't. And again, let me give a disclaimer. I mean, a man who is emotionally savvy, who knows how to communicate his emotions to his wife, I'm all for that. But Justin is way overly. It's overly a word.
Overly is a word.
Overly.
He is that.
He's overly emotional.
To the point where it's annoying. To the point where it would be draining to mm-hmm. be his wife or significant other. Mm-hmm. I don't want to wipe your tears mm-hmm. every day. I don't want you crying about your problems, my problems, and some other random couple's problems. Yeah. Just everything. It's too much. And I think Alexis did try to deal with it early on, like mm-hmm. when he was crying about Morgan and how he felt she was treating Bihn. Yeah. But I could tell you this, she's going to get tired of it.
I think she's already tired of it.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing that I love about the after party. I mean, they show you the clips at the end of the show itself, but then they kind of show you again at the after party and they get like the panel scan of the faces that people are making when they see those previews. And everybody's like, because Alexis turns a corner this coming week. I can't wait to watch the show, whether we watch it tomorrow or Thursday. Yeah. I can't wait to watch, her get frustrated with him. Not just because I like to see like drama and chaos, mm-hmm. but because he needs to respond to something in a different way than I've seen so far. I need to see him be able to stand up to her, stand up for himself, mm-hmm. and I want to see more masculinity from Justin, honestly. Yeah. I think it would command her respect if he could do that. But it doesn't look like that's what he's going to do, at least not from the clip that we saw. No. So overall, we got from the panel, they think that Justin is weird. Do we think that Justin is weird? I think we can probably come up with better terms than weird.
What's a better term than weird?
Overly emotional. Yeah, he's overly emotional, beta male.
He's not even beta. I don't know what this is.
So, yeah, I don't think that Nate and Justin are bros. I think that Nate is very much has distanced himself from Justin, and probably rightfully so.
Yes, I don't think Nate wants to have anything to do with Justin. I'm surprised that Bihn is actually kind of like befriended him.
But Bihn is tender. But it's still in a masculine kind of way. Yeah. And I think that's the balance that Justin is just not able to strike. Mm-hmm. He hasn't found that wheelhouse in his life like yet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if he's just not old enough or he hasn't experienced enough, but he hasn't learned how to balance that emotional side with still having a solid amount of masculinity. Maybe it's something he's working on. Maybe he doesn't care.
Work harder. Work harder.
It would go a long way with the ladies. I'll tell you that. If he could do both. If he could, kind of strike that balance. Yeah. And the last clip of significance that I think we saw looked like an argument between, what's the guy who wears the bear costume? Lindy and Miguel.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank goodness I'm good with names.
Yes.
No, I'm not that good with names. But yeah, Lindy and Miguel. We see them kind of laying in the bed together having an argument, and she's real upset. So I guess she was triggered again. She's triggered by everything. But she's triggered to the point where she's actually confronting him because, or at least they make it look like this.
Yes, because that's what I was about to say. Cause you always say the edit, and they kind of set you up to come and watch for the following week. And so, how do you know that this is happening in a way? You know,
I don't know. She could be actually, theoretically speaking.
Yes.
Or she could be talking about another couple.
Okay.
I don't know. But what they have made it look like is that she and Miguel are engaged in an argument about her not taking his last name. And because he didn't see to it that she saw a physician.
Yes. And she was dropping the F-bomb.
Yeah, with her religious upbringing.
Yes.
So she really felt some type of way about it.
Yes, definitely. I wonder if she had that in her vocabulary before or after she got married, because
Oh, she had it in that vocabulary before.
You sure?
Absolutely. She had it in but it flowed too smooth.
I don't know.
Now her brother his ears are burning. He can't believe it. But she had that in her vocabulary. It was happening before the I do's.
I don't know. She married a guy who's not in the church, so he could have been saying that around the house the whole time, and she just picked it up.
I don't know. He doesn't even seem like he swears.
He's a cusser.
You think so?
Yeah, he's a cusser.
Anyway, guys, we can't wait to see this next episode, see if that was an actual setup for us or if it was kind of true to what we saw, if, Lindy and Miguel are really going to have words. And I like, honestly, when the couple starts to argue, because couples argue. And that's kind of a test of the strength of their marriage at this point.
Yeah. Because
it's tough to sustain like a positive relationship with somebody when you have an argument so early on after meeting them. Mm-hmm. Most of the times, if you have a big significant argument with someone and you've only known them for 2 or 3 weeks, that's it. So seeing them like navigate through that will really give us some insight, I think, into like who's going to make it beyond decision day.
Yeah. All right. So real quick before we go, I know this video is probably going a little longer than what we anticipated, but give me your rundown so far as who's staying together, who's breaking up. Real quick.
All right. Give me the couples.
Bihn and Morgan.
Stay together.
Nate and Stasia.
Stay together.
Justin and Alexis.
Divorce.
Yeah, me too. And who did I forget? Krysten and
Mitch.
And Mitch.
Divorce.
And divorce. And what did I forget?
Lindy and Miguel.
Okay.
I think they might, this is a wild card. I think they might say yes at decision day, but I don't see them making it to the, what do they have? The recap show? It's not called recap show. Okay. What is it called? The reunion. Yeah. I don't think they're going to make it that far. I hope they say no on decision day. Yeah. But I could see them saying yes and then divorcing shortly thereafter.
Okay.
So.
Fair enough. All
right. Well, guys, let us know what you think. Hopefully you're watching along with us either tomorrow or Thursday. And we'll jump right back into some videos and have next discussions with you about this new episode. At least by Friday.
Yes.
All right, guys. Take care. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.